Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel.
How's it going, everyone? Timestamps down below because we have two stories, but kind of one story altogether. We actually talked about Trinity Rodman in the video where we talked about Renee Sluggers. Then we just cut it for time.
It was like five videos ago by now.
But we cut it, and then I was just going to add it to another video. Then this news came out that I'm going to talk about, and I go, perfect, because there's something going on, and we're going to talk about it. We'll do the Trinity Rodman news second, timestamps down below. But let's start with this news. Also shocking for a few different reasons, but I'll have Sara read the headline.
Arsenal and Gotham FC agree to $100,000 transfer of U.S. Women's National Team defender Jenna Nighswonger. Another U.S. Women's National Team defender is on the move to England. Arsenal women are finalizing a deal for former NWSL Rookie of the Year Jenna Nighswonger from Gotham FC, according to sources briefed on the negotiations. Arsenal and Gotham have agreed to terms and a transfer fee of $100,000 for the outside back. For Arsenal, recruiting Nighswonger may initially come as a surprise to supporters considering Katie McCabe's standing at left back, but the position needs attention after tweaks made by now permanent head coach Renee Sluggers.
Okay, so, I was surprised when I heard this for a couple reasons. Obviously, I had not, these moves sometimes happen and there's no word on it until it happens. The trade deadline is either the 30th or the 31st, so it looks like it's going to happen now. When we talk about the Trinity Rodman deal, I think that's going to happen over the summer. It's not going to happen now. So this kind of came out of surprise after Katie McCabe's suspension, the 2-game suspension. She's going to from the Chelsea game. They really need someone like Nighswonger now. So, hey, it makes even more sense.
Yeah, perfect timing, but what the heck? Why do they have to steal all of our players? I'm just kidding.
And also, that goes back to a second point. Something's happening at Gotham. A few things are happening at Gotham, but it's like a mass exodus there. So many players are leaving. I read a couple things. I read one, when you have a roster that was so stacked, it's not sustainable for a few different reasons. Also, Lynn Williams, when she got traded to Seattle Reign, she first kind of said, hey, it's going to be great to be by my family. Her family lives on the West Coast. But then it came out, hey, there's some culture problems at Gotham. And it sucks because Sara and I, that's our favorite team. But it sounds like there are some culture problems there.
Now you've been shelved, Gotham.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I'll have Sara read this.
Williams hints at Gotham FC strife after trade to Seattle. All may not have been well when it came to Gotham FC's locker room in 2024. This is at least what Lynn Williams hinted after the star forward was traded to the Seattle Reign this week. Williams appeared on the Women's Game podcast alongside former teammate Sam Mewis to discuss the trade, which saw goalkeeper Cassie Miller also head to Seattle and midfielder Jalen Howell join Gotham. When speaking about what she's looking forward to in Seattle, the U.S. Women's National Team forward made a vague reference to an unhealthy culture with the Bats. I don't want to get into everything with the end of Gotham, but I'm really excited to be a part of a team that looks like they're just enjoying each other and having fun, and a culture that really looks like it's a healthy, fun-loving environment to be around, Williams said. And I think that that's super important. The comments echoed what Williams said in an Instagram post after the trade, in which she said, I'm looking forward to being part of a fun and healthy culture. After that, yeah, it makes sense why she left, and probably why so many people are leaving and shuffling, and I don't know.
So that's what she had to say when she left Gotham. So there seems to be, I think every team goes through this at certain points. Some are chronically always like that, and some have moments where they're experiencing this. We know that Crystal Dunn was kind of MIA for a while, and it apparently had something to do with management or something. But there's problems there. I'm sure they'll figure it out. But there's problems. So it makes sense. And if Arsenal is looking for a left back and Jenna Nighswonger is available, hey, we talked about this before. Why not go to another league, learn a new skill set, and have a new environment
and learn a new language, British English.
That's true. They say like Z instead of Z, so that's kind of different.
Exactly. What a learning curve.
And obviously, Sara and I aren't going to get into the tactics or the schematics of whether or not she would be a great fit. Sara and I, not the channel, but part of the thing is she's going to get playing time. Some people think she's going to. Some people are saying if she's not going to get playing time, it's not worth going over there. We just don't know. Renee Slegers always seems to have a good plan, which is good. But I guess I'll go here. Part of the reason why she's leaving Gotham, apparently they're having a big, there's something going on underground or something. I'll have Sara read this as well.
The NWSL found Gotham in gross violations of the salary cap in 2024. Behind closed doors, they made a deal to not impose consequences in exchange for Gotham dismantling the team and thus getting back to compliance. Gotham trying to get back to salary cap compliance after the NWSL told them the league can't continue to look away and pretend everything's fine.
So it sounds very dramatic. I don't know if that is like hearsay, if someone heard that, or if that's reality, but it sounds like a lot of backroom things are happening at Gotham that, maybe people aren't privy to. But then I saw a comment on TikTok that was saying how they are broke, like broke. So maybe they spent all their money in 2024. Now they don't have any money, revenue's down. But overall, it just sounds like a very, I don't want to say toxic, but just the culture seems a little bit on a downward spiral there. Maybe it's a good environment to Jenna say, okay, I gotta go. You guys are having issues. Actually, somebody said they thought $100,000 was kind of low. She's a gold medal winning player. So will she be a good fit? Yeah, someone goes, I see a comment here. What the F is happening behind the scenes at Gotham? It will come to light sooner or later. I don't want to make assumptions, but this is so disappointing, dude.
I think this is a really good move for Nighswonger. It's going to teach her discipline defensively while playing to her strength offensively. Yes, it will be less defensively commanding at times.
Strategically, Arsenal fans, let me know, is this something that you like? Is Jenna Nighswonger someone you want to see come to your team? Or are you thinking, hey, we don't think she's a great fit, maybe? We have options in the back. We don't necessarily need her. We don't want someone not getting playing time.
And do you like seeing all the Americans go over to play in Europe?
Yeah. I did read this comment because we're going to talk a little bit about when we talk about Trinity Rodman, but all the top talent is going overseas. That can be good. That also can be bad for a league like the NWSL, which obviously a lot of teams, I've read that the NWSL valuations keep going up, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're making money. Like, I guess, gross revenue or net revenue. I'm actually not quite sure, but they need stars. They need as many as they can get. They need butts in the seat. They need people to buy merch, everything. The NWSL needs stars. They need stars to make money, as much money as they can. I'm going to have Sara read this comment I see on Twitter. Do a lot of American fans feel like something like this?
This is bad. Said it with Germa the last few weeks. NWSL is done. This is the beginning of the end. Fan engagement from players went down drastically last year. Best players are leaving, being sold for money. Fans want to see the U.S. women's national players. Smith/Rodman will be next.
I don't think it's great for the NWSL to lose its top talent. Understandably, we talked about it. Hey, if we could get out of the States for a while, especially right now, we probably would. So it's nothing against the players, but for the league itself, I don't think it's great, especially with having people like Alex Morgan retire, Megan Rapinoe. Then again, even when Megan Rapinoe was in Seattle, they weren't selling out all their games either. So it's hard,
Yeah.
So I guess my question is, Arsenal fans, is someone like Jenna Nighswonger somebody you guys are happy to bring aboard? I guess if I were an Arsenal fan, I wouldn't want one of my players to not get playing time. Something. But then again, we talked about Katie McCabe needs a rest. She plays every minute of every game until she gets suspended.
I was just saying, now she can rest 2 games.
Yeah.
Now she can rest even more than 2 games.
Yeah. So Katie McCabe needs a rest. And then my other question is NWSL fans, with Jenna leaving, with Germa leaving, with so many top talent over in Europe, does it make you nervous for the NWSL? Also, I don't think Trinity Rodman's going in this window, but I have a feeling she's probably going to go, if not over the summer at some point. Does it make you nervous? Are you thinking it's just going to make the national team better? Because as much as it's great to have a good national team, hey, you want the league to be as prosperous as possible,
Yes, true. Very true.
What do you guys think down below? We're going to talk about the Trinity Rodman story in a second, But yeah, I mean, this is big news. I'm assuming this will be announced pretty soon. Questions, comments down below. We'll go to the Trinity Rodman part, or we'll go to the next part. But there is reports that another superstar may be going over to the WSL. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. Now they're all going. But about 2-3 weeks ago, there was reports that Trinity Rodman, Arsenal wanted Trinity Rodman. And then Trinity, actually, maybe I'll play it. She actually had a famous quote on one of her, when she goes live. She goes live quite a bit on Instagram lives, which I love. I love when the players go live. But someone said, oh, what's next for you, Trin? And then she goes, oh, I hear I'm going to Arsenal. My feed says I'm going to Arsenal. So
what's your plan for the future? I don't know, man. I mean, I'm seeing on my feed that I'm going to Arsenal, so that's news to me. I'm honestly interested to see how this all pans out. So yeah, I think I'm just going to keep refreshing my feed to see where Trin goes, because it's been really interesting.
So kind of was like a joke, but maybe like how they say where there's smoke, there's fire. She said that, but I didn't really think much of it because everyone's always like, we want her. She's on her last year of her contract. Now, I don't think anyone thinks she's leaving before the trade deadline on the 30th or the 31st. But a report yesterday just came out that says not just Arsenal wants Trinity Rodman, but Chelsea. Chelsea, who has everyone. They also want Trinity Rodman.
Ah, the classic Arsenal and Chelsea fighting over everybody.
Yeah, Arsenal wants it and Chelsea goes, whatever Arsenal wants, we gotta get. But there was a report by Tom Bogert, and I'll have Sara read this.
U.S. Women's National Team superstar Trinity Rodman is in the final year of her contract with the Washington Spirit, and I'm told Chelsea and Arsenal are among the many clubs monitoring the situation.
What does monitoring the situation mean? Does that mean they'll want to get her over the summer? Does that mean they want to see how badly they want her? Because she's only 22. 22 is still so young. And then someone goes, a report goes, could Trinity Rodman be looking to move? According to Tom Bogert, Chelsea and Arsenal are among the many clubs monitoring the situation. That verbiage is so funny. So I don't know, Arsenal fans or Chelsea fans, what do you guys think about that? Would you guys be sad? I would be sad if Trinity Rodman went to the UK, but I get it. You know, the way that the salary structure, the way that they pay athletes from the NWSL and the WSL is quite different. In the NWSL, they have a pretty hard salary cap, and in the WSL, they have what they call a soft salary cap. I'm not quite sure the way it works, but NWSL is a lot different. But I would be sad. And then someone goes, Arsenal do everything to bring her. And then someone says, if they get Rodman, a player, talking about Chelsea, if they get Rodman, a player they don't need at all, then it's clear they are trying to sabotage Arsenal. It's simply overkill. So a lot of Chelsea, I don't say haters or naysayers, are saying, hey, they're trying to say, hey, Chelsea, you can't have your cake and eat it too. But maybe they can because they are rich. Arsenal fans, would you want Trinity on your team or Chelsea? I would think yeah. So it's hard to see all the top talent go overseas, but I get it. It's just Sara here. I am editing the video, but it's also the 28th of January when I am just editing, and this video will probably go out. But there are also reports now that another U.S. Women's National Team player might be heading across the pond, and that is Sam Coffey. Apparently, Chelsea wants Sam Coffey, and it's being reported that Chelsea are very interested in signing Sam Coffey. They're hoping to do a deal before the transfer window ends on Thursday, and I don't know. I actually heard rumblings about this the other day, but I didn't think it was legit. But I saw on TikTok that maybe Emma Hayes is telling these players, you need to at least spend one season overseas if you want to be considered. I heard kind of talk about that. Maybe this is Emma Hayes saying, if you guys want to succeed on the U.S. Women's National Team, you have to go overseas. Maybe like we talked about, maybe people just want to get out of the U.S. Maybe the money's over there. But this makes me even more worried for the NWSL. But, you know, not really. I don't know. I'm torn about that. Did everyone hear about the Sam Coffey situation. Also, who is going to be the winner for Trinity Rodman? Is it going to be Arsenal? Is it going to be Chelsea? I don't know. Just a lot going on, and I was surprised when I heard about Sam Coffey, but we'll see what happens. And is this all Emma? And does this kind of make you? Is there going to be any kind of strife between Emma Hayes and the NWSL? Because she's telling the players. I don't know. That's definitely just speculation. But what does everyone think? Questions, comments down below. This is pretty much what does everyone think about all the players going to the UK? Have a great night. Bye.